So we're back. Finally, I'm back with another part to the legendary mode Zenith Seed for Terraria 1.4.4 update. So before I get started, I know upload schedule is horrible. It's horrible, but I kind of honestly, it saddens me to say this, but I've kind of just accepted this as like a reality because it's just there's just so much work for my computer science degree that I'm working towards. So this is just gonna have to be like a hobby, but I hope the content is still really enjoyable. I still enjoy playing and making videos. It's just I can't put time to like these like crazy edited videos. So like last video, I'm gonna be doing all my videos in one take from now on. Well, from I guess last video starting onwards, but yeah. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's get started. Let's get back into the gameplay. So from last time, I remember just messing around with the seed, not really knowing exactly what was part of it. And compared to, so last time I was just exploring, but this time I knew I wanted to get Eye of Cthulhu, King's Time, and Goblin Army done. And so that's what's going to be done in this part. So yeah, I was really looking forward to playing just to defeat those bosses when I hopped into this session. But anyway, so the moment I started exploring, I saw a demon altar there, which would be useful for making the summons. And as you know, the seed. So you saw that boulder come down. It was a bouncy boulder. So then it has to have some AI because it definitely like just ricocheted, like bounced right towards me. It was so stupid. And yeah, so here I craft the eye because I got like a blood moon from last part, if you remember from last part. So I had like plenty of lenses available to be able to make the summon for it. And I was what's it called? I was actually really looking forward to playing the seed because I kind of got a dip in motivation for Terraria in between last part and this part, but I just had like a sudden drive to want to challenge myself again in Terraria again. So this seed provided the perfect, I guess, the perfect like way to return because yeah, it's just Terraria's gotten like so boring for me normally, so this seed is like I was actually looking forward to it. And here we find an ice bow, and this ice bow is actually really good. I'd heavily recommend. This became my favorite weapon, and still I am using this at the current point in progression. But yeah, it's actually like a really good weapon, and I didn't think it was gonna be, but yeah, it's really good. Here, the life crystal was a boulder right there, and that actually I don't have audio recorded on this because I was just recording my gameplay. I was just having a chill time with my friends in call, but I actually like screamed when that happened. So yeah, Reddit creator of the game, who said this is his magnum opus and his best like thing he's put in. I definitely agree. He really outdid himself with the traps on this seed. Completely unexpected. So here, I'm just gonna be talking while I'm finishing up the arena here. The arena, I didn't really go for anything too crazy. Just something like really simple, just to be able to run across. Maybe have some like places to hit a hook, because I know I don't have Shield of Cthulhu yet, so it's gonna be hard to like make like quick changes. But as you'll see very soon, as I'm finishing this arena up, the amount of movement accessories that I got from like chests and also like Moonlord legs, they were actually like way too good for this fight. Like the armor the armor that I'm using and like the weapons I'm using, they're like they might be a little overkill, but the movement that I had was definitely overkill. Like I just moved way too fast for the bosses. You'll see here as I finish up the arena with the potions in hand, with the campfire set, and Eye of Cthulhu is awoken. So Eye of Cthulhu. I'm pretty sure this boss is bigger, and I think the same thing for most bosses. I don't know. I know Golem is tiny, but yeah, Eye of Cthulhu, lots more HP, like way more HP than normal Master Mode, and summons a shit ton more minions, like a lot of minions. You'll see here. Look at this. This is even the worst part of it, but yeah, there's a lot of minions in this fight. Thankfully, I had the boomerang, which would like when it's coming back, it would like when it's coming back from this like peak position, it like just destroys all these minions. But there are still so many. I totally did not expect it. And here, I'm using a classic strategy. Once the eye starts charging really fast, I guess at this phase, it's just better to use grenades because you don't really have that many chances to hit the eye anyway. But yeah, as you can see here, look at the army of servants, or army of minions following. Look at this. I barely managed to find a gap there. That was sick. But yeah, overall the fight itself wasn't actually difficult. As you can see here, I'm close to finishing it up. And right, come on, finish the fight, dude. Right here. Yeah. So the fight itself wasn't actually that bad. I think I didn't even drop below like half HP. But overall, it was pretty fun. It was way like I've gotten way too used to the normal expert / master mode eye behavior. So that was actually a really fun challenge. So there we get the Shield of Cthulhu from the treasure bag, and we also get some Demonite ore, which I was actually unsure if it was gonna drop because there's both Crimson and Corruption in this world. But I had some buffs remaining, and so I'm like, okay, let's just rush to make the King Slime Summoner, the Slime Crown. So I did that, and right here, we're gonna summon King Slime. King Slime has awoken. So, and this, first thing you'll notice, this guy is massive. It's humongous. Look at this. Look at the size of this lad, bro. And I read up that he was gonna be a bigger boss, like way bigger, but I didn't expect to be that big. So initially, I was actually concerned that I couldn't jump over him, and I was gonna run out of room because like this spawn area is surrounded by lava on both sides. So I thought I was gonna run out of room, but actually, when the King Slime teleports, it's actually makes such a when it teleports, it's easy to dodge and make a change of direction. So yeah, I ended up not really using my arena that much anyway for this boss, and not really necessary. You gotta kite it by going left or right. But overall, not a bad fight. I didn't even drop like below like 4. I didn't even get hit for like more than 4 or 5 hearts, I think at least. So, well, pretty easy fight. King Slime has been defeated. Let's go. And here from the King Slime treasure bag, we got the what's it called, the Royal Gel. I didn't show me opening it, but we got the Royal Gel. And normally in like a normal playthrough, I don't usually use Royal Gel. For those who don't know, Royal Gel just makes it so all hostile slimes become friendly. But in legendary mode, it's actually really useful because slimes are like everywhere. If you can get rid of one enemy, then that's actually huge. So yeah. And Shield of Cthulhu is amazing. Oh, right here you can see me making the Light's Bane, which is the Demonite like sword. And this is my first time seeing one of the swords that got upgraded with a 1.4.4 update. As you can see, it makes this cool effect that goes through walls actually. And the fact that it goes through walls is amazing because then if I'm like, I can just like cheese enemies, even though it does not much damage, I can still cheese enemies. So yeah. Or I looked at some of the stuff that 1.4.4 added to melee class. It was actually I really like the changes it did. Of course, I'd like for like other classes to get some love as well, but whatever, I'll take it. Some of the upgraded swords look and feel so amazing to use. So yeah. Here, I found a Crimson because I wanted to set up like an arena for Brain of Cthulhu. That's like I was gonna plan on doing it at this session, but at least wanted to find it. But here, dude, this is look at these Crimson, this enemy Chimera. Look how big it is. It also takes like no knockback. Like look at this. I was so scared. I was so scared when this thing appeared. Because look, it takes no knockback, as you'll see soon. 1 shot, 2 shot. 2 shots is all it took for this thing to knock me down from 400 HP to nothing, to death. So, so then I'm like, okay, maybe we won't work on Crimson today. So yeah, so I just focused on getting Goblin Army done. But I just did like a few side quests here. One of the side quests for myself personally is just to make like an alchemy / herb collection stuff, so I can make a lot of potions later on. I think potions are gonna be like very, very important for legendary mode because these bosses and enemies are really difficult, and I feel like even this tiniest advantage that a potion could give, I think I should take it. So I make this like alchemy herb collection area, and actually you'll see soon I actually embark on some fishing. And okay, I'm fishing it up with some glass walls, but fishing, I don't even usually do fishing normally in playthrough because it's so boring. But honestly, with how tough legendary mode has been so far, I just went on some fishing quests, try to get some better gear, and in hard mode you can get like the stuff needed to make like life force potions, increase your max HP, stuff like that. You can make some really cool stuff. So I think it's gonna be worth making this. But one thing I actually found out while doing fishing quests is that if like the angler says the fish is caught like a surface or caverns, it's actually invert. Like I don't know how to explain it. Basically, right above this underworld area, like right above this area right here, this is considered surface in like this seeds code or something. It's really wild. And even with the master bait, which is like the best bait, let's just call it that. I was like not catching for a while because, yeah. So I didn't know that, but that's the seed is like wild. Here we get a natural goblin army, and I'm actually kind of happy this happened. Well, all my pieces are dying, but that's just kind of given with how tough the enemies are. But I was actually happy this goblin army happened naturally because I thought for some reason it was bugged. Like it'd been a few nights where I hadn't gotten goblin army, so I'm like, this might be bugged. I was just gonna make like a summon manually, but ultimately I ended up coming naturally, which is good. Here, oh, I definitely recommend doing this. You guys can see that I upgrade my like one-way traps to have lava in them. I definitely recommend using these like hoik traps. Like search them up on YouTube or something, where the enemies can just like funnel in and they can come in, but they can never go out. It's like one way for them, but you can still hit them. So I definitely recommend making these. They're a little cheese, but honestly, legendary mode is filled with so many trolls and traps and I guess developer cheese. The developer shy cheese you that I think it's fair to throw a little bit of cheese back and use a little bit of cheese because this variant of the game is actually like already difficult, so might as well make it a little bit easier. But yeah, that is the goblin army done. Here I actually got curious and was just like, let's just go to the surface because I heard the surface was pretty scary, but I didn't know how scary. Maybe I got really unlucky that there was a crimson right above as I was heading to the surface. But well, what are you gonna do? And as you can see right there, look at all those eaters. Look at this. Look at how many eaters there are and how huge they are. There's probably like at least 10 in there, somewhere around there. They're massive. So I knew I was close to surface, but I don't know how close. And I read that surface was actually was scary, like I said, but I don't know how scary. But as you can see, it's pretty tough as I bomb my way up here. You can see for the brief moment I'm here, look, for one, you can notice it's always nighttime. There's lava pools that generate on the surface. And I don't know if it's all corruption, but I can definitely see that there are a lot of enemies. I think at the surface, or I think just in general in this seed, spawn rates are like as if you were in jungle the whole time. As you can see, I really hated this because I died to the Devourer right here. And those things make it like, I think they're gonna make it like so difficult to get to the surface. But yeah, other than that, that's the end of part 2. I got a lot done in this part when I was playing. It was really fun to play, and I think these type of videos where I do it all in one take with minimal editing, I hope you all like them because they're actually the easiest for me to make and I have the most fun making them. So if it requires a little more effort, then I am willing to put in that effort. But with school and stuff going on, this is definitely like my preferred type of content. But other than that, I hope you all enjoyed and have a good one.